My name is Ronald Pratap, and my business is RP Wealth Management. So I set this up in about August 2016. So it's coming on to 4 years now. And I've been using Koruna services, I guess, for my back office support. It wasn't too fun initially. It was like a roller coaster of emotions, but with your help, it's now more smoother sailing and more smile on my face. I've come from the big four banks, so I worked previously with some of the big banks. Then I've always had an assistant or someone to do my back office, my administration. I did have a bit of help from my licensee in terms of doing some of the administration, but then it got to a point where I started my client base with basically zero and then built it up from there. I was able to do a lot of the administration, a lot of the implementation, kind of be an all-rounder in the office. As it got to a point where I was building up the clients in my business, it got to a point where I wasn't able to provide the same level of service to my clients in terms of, bringing on new clients, but at the same time servicing existing clients. I was doing a disservice to them by trying to do it all on my own. Bringing on the services of yourself and your team really helped me to start, focusing on the big picture tasks, the client-facing tasks, and focus on the smaller tasks and to be able to outsource that. And look, at the end of the day, we all start a business for more freedom. We want to be rewarded for what we do, but at the same time, we don't want it to sacrifice into, that life balance as well. So it was getting to a stage where all my attention was just on the business, where I needed to take a step back and really focus on what mattered more to me. It makes my life easier by being able to focus, like I said, on the tasks that are going to make me money, which is, looking at the new clients, working on their plans, focusing on the strategy side of things, and not being bogged down by, follow-ups to insurance companies, to superannuation companies, administration tasks, or, generating reports for clients that you kind of leave to, do after hours on the weekend when you could be, tasking that to someone else. So it was also very important to set processes within the business. It was really good to, process map everything within the business. Have everything in a centralized platform in terms of, using, Google Drive, using Xplan, using the different systems, and be able to, streamline everything, streamline the processes, and have a better experience for the client. I can really see the importance of making sure that whilst you go on holiday, your business can still operate and you have someone still working on the business. The biggest thing about setting up Koruna or setting up any outsourced service is the cost, right? At the end of the day, it's a cost, and it's very hard to potentially see the benefit sometimes when you're working by yourself. And sometimes you just have to bite the bullet and then see if it works out for you. And that's exactly what I did. Yeah, you can see the value straight away in terms of, a client coming in. We know exactly who needs to contact them, exactly when we should follow up, exactly what documents go where, and I don't have to worry about it because we've got processes now that have a checklist. So it's easy to forget things yourself, but when you've got that process there and you're continuously doing it, it's easy to start making a process work. So I can see that it saved me time. It's also allowing me to now bring in more business into the in. So whilst it is a cost, I'm also bringing more money into the business. So I wouldn't say I'm saving money, but I'm getting more money, which is also saving my time, which is in a way saving altogether. I wouldn't look back at it, and to be honest, it allows me to then think of bringing in a new advisor into the business instead of just focus on doing things myself. Well, I think the best thing was having a chat with you initially. When I first got the introduction to you, it was really just to have a chat. And then you got me to see, what's my main goals, what are my focuses, what are the small tasks, what are the big tasks, and then kind of separating it. And even if someone doesn't speak to you, I think they should do the exercise themselves. What are the tasks that are really bogging them down and making them work on their business and not getting out there generating money? So, are you spending, 15 hours of your week doing administration? Are you spending another 10 hours doing follow-ups to insurance companies? If you've called an insurance company or a super company or a bank, that most of the time you're just on hold. So, do you have that time to be on hold? Because I know I don't. And just, looking at those tasks that you're doing that isn't generating money and being able to look at outsourcing that, whether it be, para planning, a client administration officer. If you've got clients in your business and you're not able to contact them as much as you want, you're doing a disservice to them. And what you're going to start having is you're going to start having clients that are going to start leaving the business. So before you get to the stage where you have clients that start becoming disgruntled, you want to keep them happy so that there's no thought of that. You're not trying to fight for a client to stay in. You're trying to get a process there to, to manage more clients coming in because your clients are so happy that they're referring others. Well, look, I can see that it can be daunting. Even to outsource to an overseas provider, it's always a big thing as well. For me, I flew to the Philippines. I had a look at, the operations there, and I can say that it's probably high. The standards are higher than what they are in Australia. I know that, they can't use Wi-Fi. They have to put their phones away. There's a lot more security. Even in these times of coronavirus, we were able to implement systems where my financial planning assistant can now work from home, and she's got the security systems in place to make sure that my client information is secure, that the process is still being, there was a very minimal disruption from Nina working in the office to Nina working from home. So, that's just another stress off my shoulders as well. I really think that if someone is thinking about doing it, they just need to sit down, really look at what's important to them, where they want to spend their time, how they want to allocate their time, if they want more freedom, and then have a chat to you. I think having a chat to you is probably what pushed me over the line.